The Railgunner is 15,000 coins. And if you're like a lot of players, you're probably wondering, should I buy Juggernaut, which is only like, well, I don't even remember, probably 12 to 14k? Or should I go for Railgunner, which is more expensive? Well, today, we are going to have both, and we're going to compare them on all the modes, see which one you want most of the time. So here we go. I have a pretty good loadout equipped at the bottom here. And now let's just choose some, I don't know, medium length map here and get this started. I don't know why I'm calling Oil Rig medium length when this is like one of the longest maps in the game. But that's actually kind of what you want for a Railgunner. First off is easy mode. Railgunner and Juggernaut have quite a big price difference. Juggernaut costs almost double, but it has more than 2 times the DPS. Granted, the Railgunner does have more range, and it also is able to destroy enemies that have bullet resistance. So if you have a good spot for it, it's probably going to be worth your money more than Juggernaut is. The thing is, if you're dealing with enemies like this, Railgunner is definitely not what you need, because it shoots every 5 seconds. Like, it'll do nothing when there's a ton of enemies. And I guess we also kind of have artillery here as a bonus comparison. Because artillery and Railgunner, I would say, work in a pretty similar way. They're slow firing and high damage, except artillery has splash, and Railgunner doesn't. I guess it's probably best to start defending now. I'm going to get down an artillery when I have the money to do so. Now let's take the shot, and yeah, that did like 500 damage. Yeah, artillery, it's pretty good. We have the money for Rail now. So let's get it down. It took a shot over there. Rail is set to strongest by default. Actually, I told John to do that. Yes, I'm going to take all the credit for that. I said, you know, Railgunner being a slow firing tower but high damage, you really don't want noobs to just place down Rail, have it be set on first, attack weak enemies, and then just be basically pointless, because the point of it is, well, to take down strong enemies. That being said, after I got it, it's already done 427 damage. It basically is almost able to one-shot these chains, which is pretty useful. And we're also getting to see how it'll stack up against artillery here. Now, artillery's damage is 3,000. Let's take a look at this next shot. That made it go up by, what, 300? There's not that many strong enemies for this Railgunner to get damage off of, though. I'll aim away the artillery, actually, just to see how well this Railgunner is able to help out. Actually, let's get some upgrades. Top path, the first 2 upgrades will reduce its reload time. This will increase its damage. I don't really need that. And, you know, I spent $6,800 on it. So I spent basically the equivalent of Juggernaut on it. And I'm pretty sure that this is not giving me anywhere near Juggernaut level of performance. I'm going to aim the artillery away once again so that I could just get down a Juggernaut. Actually, I'm going to get the Juggernaut right here. This is not even as good of a spot. You need 1,000 more cash. Okay, maybe I do have to aim my artillery back. Here's our Juggernaut. Let's see what it does, and that's kind of stronger. Let's take a look at the enemies here. Juggernaut's damage and Railgunner's damage. So, you know, let's just say that Juggernaut's getting quite a bit more damage in here. Actually, way more damage. Look at this. It has half the damage of Railgunner already. We've actually spent more on the Railgunner than this, and wow. This is catching up. What is this? This wave is an absolute joke. But alright, I think we need to get some upgrades on both the Railgunner and the Juggernaut because, well, Railgunner does get better as you upgrade it. Top path is better against enemies in general. So let's get it, and then let's help it out with some bottom path. Now this thing has 100 DPS, so this actually has more DPS than Juggernaut now. But let's get the first 2 upgrades on Juggernaut. Now we've spent 18,000 on the Railgunner, 13,000 on the Juggernaut, and we're getting better DPS out of the Juggernaut. Unlike the Juggernaut, though, this thing can see both stealth and armored. But I don't think that really matters all that much because, yeah, basically at this point, Juggernaut has caught up to Railgunner, and we spent more on Rail than Juggernaut. So the consensus is, on easy mode, Juggernaut is definitely a lot better. And artillery, of course, is best of all because it has splash damage, and you can just see this. Like, let me just get some upgrades on this. And the rest of the waves on easy mode are just going to be similar. It's going to be hordes, so you can expect the results to be similar. Juggernaut is going to win this one. Alright, on to intermediate mode. This one's going to be interesting because a lot of people like to play intermediate mode, so this is probably going to be a pretty important one for you to see. And as for this early game, well, I literally don't need to do like anything. Maybe just need to upgrade this laser gunner. Actually, I don't even think I need to do that. Yeah, laser gunner is just really that good. It's going to get me through the early game here. Stuff gets dangerous here though, so I'm going to upgrade the laser gunner now. And as for when I'll get Railgunner or Juggernaut, I don't know, probably after wave 10. Let's see the situation. Yeah, we did deal with those, but it was kind of close. I guess it wouldn't be a terrible idea to upgrade this laser gunner as soon as I have the money to do so. Alright, on this round is a Grenadier, so I think it would be a pretty good time to get down a Railgunner. Here we go. This thing is going to greatly help out with the takedown of the bosses, and most importantly, the Grenadier. There you go. It's literally one shot and it's dead. Oh yeah. That most certainly is going to help out so much. For 3,500, I could have also put down another Laser Gunner. But Railgunner here is actually statistically kind of better than Laser Gunner. It does 30 DPS for a cheaper price, and it has more range. Thing is, Laser Gunner has stealth, so, well, it's kind of better. But yeah, still, you should keep in mind, even if this thing loses to Juggernaut, that will not mean that it's a bad tower. Speaking of which, here are the bullet-resistant enemies that I was talking about earlier, 95% resistance, and yeah, Railgunner has no issue. This round is actually going to be interesting. There's a lot of bosses and a Grenadier, so I kind of want to see if, as is, this is good enough. Now, Juggernaut, if I placed one down, that of course would be strong enough. This, though, let's see. Okay, all of these bosses are at least half HP. Okay, now the Grenadier is about to be one shot, so I'm going to kill it with one shot from the Laser Gunner. And now let's see if the Railgunner is going to be able to take down these revived boss ones. And wow, it certainly has no issue doing so. Now let's see, how about this super heavy zombie? Yeah, it has no problem. The issue is it leaves these Grenadiers on 5 HP. Like, literally one upgrade. You can't even get one upgrade to one-shot these Grenadiers. I mean, you can, but it just gives you, like, a whole load of damage when you only really want a little bit. Oh, and yeah, in this case, strongest targeting doesn't target that. Okay, nuclear zombies. Surely, at this point, Railgunner and Laser Gunner are not going to be enough. Oh my god. It basically is enough, though. Like, there's just two of them on 43 HP. And I already have a Laser Gunner back here because, well, something was leaking earlier. Wow, so this cheap defense is surprisingly effective. Revive Titan, I guarantee you we can take it down simply because of Railgunner's ability to bypass armor. Yeah. Wow. We are gonna have no issue. Look at that. This round, yeah, nah. This is where we need our good old Juggernaut pal. Let's get him down, get him some of his base upgrades, and oh my god, that's strong. I mean, okay, I spent 13k, but damn, Rail through the earlier waves of intermediate mode actually helps out so much. Also, for this round, we need splash damage, so I'm gonna get down an artillery. I'm waiting for the multipliers to be popped here, so let's give it a second. Oh wow. Wow. I guess we don't need the artillery then, because somehow we didn't kill those multipliers. Well, then we're free to keep going, I guess. This round, 2 Revive Titans. I do not think that a Rail and a Laser Gunner are enough. Juggernaut's not going to help against these because they're armored. So I might as well literally just set it on last to help kill the Grenadiers off. But yeah, let's see what we can do here. I'm going to give them time and see if they can take down those 2 Revive Titans. And by the looks of it, I mean, that's pretty dang impressive. 26 HP, and then this one. Come on, take a shot. But yeah, that was basically like no more defense needed. Now, okay, a monster. Don't know if it's going to be fine. Never mind. We have Juggernaut. Juggernaut is going to absolutely shred this monster. I set it on last. And, well, you can pretty clearly see the damage is crazy. And this one's definitely the Juggernaut going. What? Look at this, man. The Railgunner has 9,000 damage. The Juggernaut has 7,000. And I just placed it. That's how good the single target is on Juggernaut. It is unparalleled. This round there's so much stealth stuff. I gotta get dual barrels on the Juggernaut just to help out with this. And yeah, let's give Railgunner some upgrades. Let's make it 2-2. This is gonna make it do what, 325 damage a shot. It's gonna shoot faster as well. And yeah, I would say in most scenarios Rail Trooper is more worth going for than Sentry. But let's see this damage first. Oh my god, that's so good. Wait, boom. This is the Charger Boss Annihilator. Well, that was certainly helpful. Again, Rail Trooper is more worth it to go for, because Sentry, it'll increase its damage, but this one gives you stealth detection and makes it shoot faster, which is overall more convenient as a tower. Now, let's see. Juggernaut's damage has already passed Railgunner. Railgunner did help get this monster low, and yeah, it took it down. Let's get 2 Railgunners and actually see how they square up. So this one is going to be Sentry. This one is going to be Rail Trooper. So keep in mind, this one started at 18k damage. This one started at 0. So let's see which one can gather up more damage. Well, all you actually need to do is look at their DPS. This one is more expensive, but see, it gives you more range and it gives you a higher DPS. This one just gives you stealth detection and, yeah. Taking a look at these monsters, they are getting far, but I wonder, are they gonna be too much for... Well, let's get this 2-3 laser gunner. Let's see if that's enough. Oh, by the way, let's take a look at these charger bosses once more. Yeah, when this thing shoots, it actually helps quite a bit. It's done 10,000 damage now. So yeah, this thing is doing better. Also, we're letting this stuff leak probably in this charger boss, but I was getting health farms anyways, so it's fine. Oh, Elite Grenadier is going to make this a little bit problematic. I think this Railgunner actually killed it. Yeah, wow, that is like super useful. Okay, let's get suited up here and also dual barrels. So now this thing does 1,000 damage, and this thing does 475, but shoots a lot faster. So basically, this one again more DPS, and also because it's Predator, I'm gonna just get down like some laser gunners to bait. But yeah, how about we get the XRT 900 and we get the Super Rail Trooper here. Now this one's doing 291 DPS. This one's doing 500 DPS supposedly. And yeah, that damage is something pretty crazy. I mean, you just saw what happened to Predator there. Oh, it also killed a pretty important laser gunner of mine. Let me just keep spamming some more. Let's hope it doesn't kill my Juggernaut, because I kind of want that to stay alive. But yeah, at this point, this railgunner has 4,750 damage. And look at that, the railgunners are unable to kill this Predator. Like, it would be very nice to kill this Predator, but because these random monsters here have more HP, like, yeah. Oh, there we go. We finally killed it. Look at the amount of enemies there are. Let's get down on artillery and give it some high-level upgrades just so we can shoot from a distance. Yep, that is pretty nice. We took down, like, everything. Also, did railgunners snipe the monster? I swear there was like a monster way over here that died. On another note, we have Skyhawk now, so we get to compare that as well. And let's just get full power. Okay, so this railgunner's done 50k damage. This one's done 60k, so this one's actually done more than this big one. And on this round, the big rail is completely pointless because it can't see stealths. Big rail does have more range, though. I mean, you can see. The question is, how much do you actually need that big range? Is getting just top path railgunners going to be good enough to keep the enemies at the front to the point where the long range, you don't really need to utilize it? Probably, but for boss takedowns, let's do this, okay? We max it, the one DJ, max the second DJ, get a second full power over here. Come on, Skyhawk, take a shot. Never mind, take a shot over there. Look at Skyhawk, 33k damage. But I've paid for Skyhawk more than I've paid for anything else here. Which, yeah, I mean, kind of adds up. Skyhawk's not going to do that well. Intermediate, it's not that horde-based. But here we go. Let's get a DJ at the back, another DJ right here. And now, let's get some of these maxed rails. Okay, there we go. I have 3 max rails and 2 full power juggernauts. So let's just see which one does better. There goes Eradicator into rage mode. Oh, and something not very nice is rails don't really get buffed by DJ as much as Juggernauts do. I mean, look at Juggernauts, 1,200 damage. These ones, it barely goes up from what it is normally. But yeah, full power did 130k damage. That's more than the rest of my rails. Although rail really was an MVP early game there. So I'd say on intermediate, they're about tied. And because I don't want an hour-long video, I think I should just tell you how good they are going to be on Elite mode and Expert mode. On Elite mode, you're probably going to slightly want Juggernaut because there are hordes. And there's not armored enemies anyways there. So Railgunner can't use that aspect of itself. But on Expert mode, Railgunner is definitely going to be the thing you want the most. It can literally like two-shot the boss. And I guess I would say Juggernaut is a little bit more helpful to get to the boss. But if you're wanting to be Expert mode, then yeah, Railgunner is definitely going to be better. This info may change in the future, but for now, if you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, and use star code E, and I'll see ya.